So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a flanker of Terre Hermes, and that is Eau Intense Vetiver. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this fragrance, stay tuned. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, please hit that subscribe button down below. Be sure to hit the notification bell and also be sure to follow my fragrance Instagram page. Now, yeah, that is correct guys. We're gonna be taking a look at Terre Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. Now, before we get to this guys, I have to tell you the story on how I got this fragrance. Now, I was planning on doing like a no buy in July since I've been buying so many fragrances. I kind of want to take a break this month, but this definitely broke it. So I was just browsing at TJ Maxx. I went in there to see if I could find any hidden gems or whatnot. I checked the men's section, didn't really find anything. And then I decided to myself, let's go check the clearance section. I rarely ever go to the clearance section for some reason. Actually, I didn't even know where it was at my local TJ Maxx, but I did find it. And I found this fragrance, guys, sitting in the back like this, just a brown box. I don't even know why I looked at it and actually grabbed it to see what it was, because it was just a brown box sitting in the bag. I thought it probably was some kind of like cheap fragrance that usually you find at TJ Maxx, but I turned it around guys and I saw that it was Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. Now, it came like this guys, no cellophane on it, no price tag on it either. As you can see, there's no price on here, it was open. So I was like, okay, there's no price on it. So I went up to the cash register. I told the guy, I was like, hey man, I found this in the clearance section, the men's aisle, with no price tag on it. So he actually called his manager on the phone. They were like giving like wave signals or whatever to each other back and forth. He was talking to him. I guess we're trying to find another one of these, which obviously that would be hard to do because they don't really carry multiples at TJ Maxx, especially something like this. And then after like probably around 5 minutes or so, he's like, all right, can you do $19.99 guys? Once he said that price, I almost fell over. Now, to be honest with you, that's an absolute steal because this fragrance here retails for around $200. And it is the 200 ml bottle, so this is a huge one right here. So yeah, I almost fell over when he said that $19.99 price. I was like, absolutely, I can do that. That sounds good. Now, I know I could have been like, well, can you do maybe 15 since the box has been open? I know I probably could have did that, but I was just in shock that he said $19.99. I thought he was gonna say like $60 or something, like some of like you've seen the raw fragrance and stuff go for there, but I got this for $19.99 guys. That is an absolute steal because even on discounters, this fragrance I believe goes for like 150 bucks for this size. So these don't really go on sale, kind of like Christian Dior's and Chanel. So I am very excited to pick this one up at that price guys. And this is actually the first Hermes fragrance that I currently have in my collection. So I'm so excited to spray this one. I have not smelled it yet. So let's go ahead and look at the packaging. Of course, it comes in this nice brown and orange, like kind of like the Hermes signature colors. This is the Eau Intense Vetiver, which I think is the newest flanker out of all of them, if I'm not mistaken. You have the Hermes Paris logo right there. And this is an eau de parfum concentration in the 200 ml bottle. Of course, the logo up top, nothing on the back or sides. And then on the bottom, you do of course have your barcode and batch code to authenticate your product to see when your product was produced. So let's go ahead and pop open this huge box, guys. So I do know the atomizers are different. As you can see right here, it says twist. It kind of gives you an instructions how to open the atomizer right there, which I guess some people need. All right, so let's take it out. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this bottle. Wow, this thing is huge. Look how big that is compared to my hand. That is a huge bottle. The only other 200 ml bottle I own is actually Armand's Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum. So this is gonna stand out like a sore thumb in my collection, but hopefully this stuff is good because I have a lot of juice of it and this will last me probably forever, of course. But now let's go look at the bottle itself. Of course, you have this nice color and juice in there. It's kind of like a yellowish green. As you can see, it does look pretty potent. Of course, Terre Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. On the bottom, you have the H right there in orange, which looks absolutely stunning. I love that attention to detail. Nothing on the back. I don't know where the batch code is on the bottle because there's nothing on the bottom of this fragrance because the H is there. So I'm not sure if they actually have one or not. But then you of course have this atomizer. As you can see, it actually twists. So you can spray it when you're not using it, twist it and lock it in place, and you can of course pick it up by the cap. Now that is pretty unique. I don't have any fragrances with this mechanism, so That's pretty cool. And it does say Hermes on the top of the atomizer there. So I'm so excited to spray this one, guys. And of course, whoever bought this and returned it didn't use much of it. It is completely full to the brim right there. Now, I have heard Hermes, like Terre Hermes, is not a crowd pleaser fragrance at all. So that's probably why someone would buy this and return it after smelling it. But let's go ahead and spray this. I'm gonna spray this one on my skin. I gotta see how this one wears on my skin, not a tester. This deserves skin. So let's go ahead and spray it. Wow. So it has been sprayed before, because the spray is so good right at the first spray. Usually you have to like pump the trigger a few times until it comes out to release the air if it's a brand new bottle, but that one did spray first spray. So let's go ahead and smell this one, see what we pick up from Eau Intense Vetiver. Obviously, I'm assuming we're gonna get a blast of Vetiver, but let's see. Oh my goodness. That is one of the most sophisticated fragrances I've smelled in a while. So good. It's right off the bat, I'm getting actually a bergamot blast, a nice juicy bergamot, guys. It smells very natural. Oh, wow. So right off the bat, it is kind of, I'm getting similarity vibes to Guerlain Vetiver, as you can see right behind me. That is one of my favorite Vetivers that I currently have, but this one goes in a completely different route than that fragrance. I don't know, guys. This might actually surpass Guerlain Vetiver. Wow. Yeah, so right off the bat, getting juicy fruits, guys. Yeah, I am getting that Vetiver. It is coming across slightly dry. It's like a dry, earthy Vetiver. And there's also like a spice in there combined with the citrus and the Vetiver, guys. Yeah, I'm getting a spicy nuance in this fragrance. Wow. This smells of quality, guys, as you would expect, I guess, from a Hermes. I know Hermes gets compared, at least in the designer world, to like Chanel and stuff like that. Obviously, Chanel is high-end designer, so to say. They don't really go on discounters and stuff like that. Now, this stuff here, this smells luxurious, guys. This is an absolute boss kind of fragrance right here. Like if you're a boss of a company or something, this is what you're gonna smell like right here. Very mature, very like stand outish. This fragrance stands out so much, guys. Like when you smell this, you can tell this is quality. Wow, and I got this for $19.99 at TJ Maxx. Unbelievable. That is so good. I'm actually very curious how this one's gonna dry down. Now, obviously this is a flanker of Terre Hermes. I don't actually really recall how the original smells. I have smelled it like in department stores and stuff like that, but I don't really remember. All I remember is that it had like an orange, like mandarin note in it, like a heavy mandarin or orange note in that fragrance. This one, it's more bergamot that I'm getting to my nose. Yeah. So I'm assuming it doesn't really smell the same as the original Terre Hermes. Let me know down below if you've actually tried the Eau Intense Vetiver and you have actually own or tried the original, how they compare, because I'm kind of curious on that. Wow, that is so good. Now let that sit for a second. Now, as far as age groups that would wear this one, guys. Now, I'm gonna be right up front with you guys. This one is a mature fragrance. Very, very masculine and mature. Now, I can see like teenagers and even people like in their younger 20s, or maybe even mid to late 20s as well, not actually liking this fragrance. They're gonna be like more into like the Sauvages, the Bleu de Chanels, YSLY, EDP, stuff like that. This one here, this is for a mature guy that likes quality things and likes to smell expensive and likes the luxury things in life. This is the fragrance that he would wear. It's Terre Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. Wow. So yeah, very mature. I would say this would work perfect for anybody, probably in their, I would say 30s and up. Once they, you know, made something of themselves in the 30s, 40s, etc. And say they're the boss of a company or something, this is their fragrance right here. This is what I would recommend for that person, is Terre Hermes, at least the Eau Intense Vetiver. I'm not sure how the original smells, but now I'm gonna actually look out to smell the original just to compare. But what sucks is I don't usually collect 200 ml bottles, and since this is a 200 ml bottle, I like to keep my fragrances uniform. As you can see, like behind me, I collect all 50 ml private blends, 100 ml creeds, etc. I don't really like to have different size bottles. So now when I actually go ahead and buy Terre Hermes, the original or something, I'm gonna have to get the 200 ml bottle of it just to be uniform with this one. So That's gonna be pretty expensive. I don't know how much the original actually is. I don't know if this one's more expensive since it is a eau de parfum. I believe they have like an eau fraiche and a parfum, and then the eau de toilette. So I think there's 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is the newest one as well. Wow, okay, so yeah, this one's changing a little bit. The vetiver and the spicy nuance is starting to come in front and center in this fragrance. Wow, so good. I cannot wait to wear this one. Now, as far as seasons go for Eau Intense Vetiver, I would say this one will work perfect in the warmer months. Spring, absolutely, guys. This is a spring fragrance to its core. You can also obviously pull this one off in the summer as well, maybe even fall, because vetiver, since it comes across very earthy, I love my earthy fragrances in the fall. You know, when you get the leaves smell from the leaves falling and dying, you get that smell of earthiness. This one worked perfect in the fall as well. So I would stick to spring, summer, and fall with the Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. Wow, I am surprisingly shocked with this fragrance, guys. Mostly just even the quality of it, guys. This smell is very high end. This almost comes across niche. Like if I would smell this blindly, like if someone gave me a test strip with this fragrance on it and asked me if it's designer or niche, I would actually say niche. I'm telling you right off the bat, guys, I would get this one wrong. This one would stump me. That's how high quality this is coming across. Very natural, very well blended together. It's, oh my gosh, it's so good. I believe like the only vetiver fragrances that I own is like Encre Noir or Extreme, which is like a dark, wet vetiver. Of course, Guerlain Vetiver as well, which is like heavy on citruses and vetiver as well, like kind of like this, but this one puts that out, like it has that spiciness to it that's blended together with the vetiver, and I think that is just perfect, guys. Very, very masculine, as most vetiver fragrances are. Slightly old school. This doesn't really smell like a modern fragrance that you would expect with like Ambroxan and like metallic kind of fragrances. No, nothing like that, guys. This is sort of like an old school, like a modern old school take on a fragrance, I suppose. Like it's more of a modern take on vetiver. I also love Rosa Parfums Vetiver. That's also one of my favorite vetivers. I don't own a bottle, but I do have a sample of it. I don't know if this one's gonna surpass that. Obviously, I'm gonna have to live with this one throughout the day and test it in the weeks to come. But yeah, I'm definitely pleased with this fragrance, especially at the price I picked this one up, guys. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up my first impression and unboxing of the Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. Let me know down below if you own this one, if you got your nose on it, and how it compares to the original if you have that information. I'm definitely curious. But yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'm gonna catch all you guys in the next upload. Take care, everybody.